Here is my match week 8 Premier League prediction. Starting off, we have Forest versus Chelsea. Now, Forest have been pretty poor under Ange Postecoglou. I said at the start, I didn't think it was a perfect fit for their defence. And it showed they have been conceding a lot of goals. There's Chelsea, who have got Cole Palmer in their team, who everyone knows is a good player to have when you're going forward. So what does this mean? Well, it means I think Chelsea are going to get the win. I think it's going to be Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 2. Then we have Brighton versus Newcastle, which I think could be quite an interesting game. Both teams are pretty decent. I think both teams will get a goal in this, but who will end up winning it? Well, I think there's one player who's been in good goal scoring form who I think could be decisive in this, and that man is Nick Woltemade, the German striker who's been playing really well for Newcastle, and I'm pretty sure he scored as well for Germany this week. So I think this game is going to be Brighton 1, Newcastle 2. Then it's Burnley versus Leeds. Now, Burnley have got a pretty solid defence. They showed it in the Championship, they've showed it again when they've come up to the Premier League. But it's the Leeds who away from home this year haven't been great. I mean, they've been alright at home, but away from home they've been struggling. So how do I see this one going? Well, I think Burnley, with their good defence, will do enough to shut out Leeds and get themselves to 3 points. I think this is going to be Burnley 1, Leeds 0. Then we have Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth. Palace, I know they've just lost their unbeaten run, but they're still a very good team. I mean, you look at their attack, with Eze, not even Eze anymore, you've got Sarr, Mateta, still solid in the defence as well. I mean, Munoz, Gahey, Lacroix, Mitchell and Henderson in goal. They're all very good players down at Palace. Ollie Glasner has got them playing really well. It's a Bournemouth, who a lot of people thought would struggle this year. They've proven everyone wrong. Semenyo's really showing his quality now. So how do I see this going? I see it going Crystal Palace's way. It is at Sellers Park, and I think this will be a Palace 2, Bournemouth 1. Then we get Man City versus Everton. Obviously, Jack Grealish is eligible to play in this game because he's on loan from Manchester City. And also, I think Everton aren't bad going forward without Grealish. I know they have just beaten Palace, who I've mentioned before, good defensively. So, how do I see this going? Well, I think Erling Haaland will be a big threat for City when going forward. I think he will get on the score sheet. I think this will be Man City 2, Everton 1. And it's Sunderland versus Wolves. I think Sunderland are a better team than Wolves. Wolves are bottom of the league. They're struggling a lot this year. Then it's a Sunderland who have been playing pretty good this year. I think Sunderland will get the 3 points. At the Stadium Alight, Sunderland fans will be up for this, and I think they'll win it 2-0. Then we have Fulham versus Arsenal. Who do I see winning this? Well, I see Fulham getting a goal in this game. But do I see them winning? Not really. I think Bukayo Saka and co will end up being too much for the Fulham defence. I think this is going to be Fulham 1, Arsenal 3. Then we have Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Wow, Aston Villa have not been great this year. They have been struggling a lot this year. I mean, they've had to worry about PSR in the summer, which probably helped them on their transfer plans they would have liked to do. But it's to Tottenham, who under Thomas Frank have been playing pretty decent. So I think Tottenham will win this game. I'm going to say Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 0. And it's Liverpool versus Man United. You've got second in the league versus a mid-table team. How do I see this going? Well, I don't see the United strand getting any closer to having his haircut. I think Liverpool at Anfield will beat United quite comfortably. I'm going to say Liverpool 3, Manchester United 0. Finally, the Monday night game, West Ham versus Brentford. Now, Brentford typically are always doing better than West Ham in this matchup. However, West Ham under Nuno could be starting to see some improvement. We saw it away at Everton for West Ham. They looked a lot better than they did under Graham Potter. So, will they be able to get themselves a win? I'm not sure. Will Brentford get a win? I'm not sure either. I'm leaning towards a draw. I'm going to say West Ham 1, Brentford 1. Anyway, there's my predictions for this match week. Let me know yours in the comments below.